Sports to the bone, people. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Yes, man. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Hope you are all enjoying the Friday. Shout out to you all. And thank you guys for tuning in. You know how it go already. We're going to be here for 1 hour. Couple of things to talk about. West Indies, we play again tomorrow. So we're going to take a look at that. Plus, we're also going to take a look at the couple of games that we have already played, the first two games. And, we're looking to close out the series tomorrow. Well, not close out the series. We're looking to secure the series tomorrow. And then we can go down into the last couple of games and see how we go about it. But thank you all for tuning in. I know you guys have a lot to say after such good performances from the players. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the two games that were the first two games. We're gonna talk about tomorrow in terms of the playing 11, any changes that you guys want to make, and anything related to that. Also, as we speak, Australia and Pakistan, they are doing battle in their test series there, so we can take a look at that also. So just let us go through it. I'm not even going to spend any more time on the intro because I don't want to rob you guys of any time. I'm going to do a lot of reading tonight, Casanova, bless up, bless up. All right, good night, channel, blessings. Jappy, say bless up. Boy, most things going all right, I have to give God thanks, 3-0 tomorrow. Mayor's 100 tomorrow. What you saying? Good night, sports to the bone. Been a long time since I've seen you live. Yeah, Jaden, we're still around, we're still around. Not able to do a lot of lives and a lot of videos and stuff because of work, but still there, man. Hopefully we'll be able to do some more live now, seeing that I am on the Christmas break as of today, so we could see how that go. I'll drop Hitmaya tomorrow and bring back Shepherd. Too much sharp balls. All right. Why was Shepherd dropped last game? I didn't hear anything. I was wondering if he was ill, because bringing in the two spinners really worked. But Shepherd was definitely not the all-rounder that I would have dropped. Good night, sports to the bone. Blessings, Jones. Blessings. Good night, champ. Yeah, DS. Blessings. Blessings. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up. I would play the same team. If Hetty fail again, I would drop him. All right. Good evening. The stupid people calling for Hetty, man. I wouldn't, Akil, I still want to replace. I wouldn't say because people are calling for someone to be dropped, they're stupid. I'm not sure if stupid is what you're trying to say, but I personally wouldn't fight out a man. I wouldn't call anybody stupid because they voice their opinion about players being dropped. I wouldn't say that. I after he failed in the first game and people were calling for him to be dropped, I said I wouldn't drop him. Second, give him the second game. Going into the third game, I wouldn't be overly surprised if he's dropped, because Rutherford is there waiting in the wings. It's not like we don't have anybody and we're going to we're going to use an all-rounder to fill him in. But what do I know? Maybe I fall in the stupid category, so I don't know. Greetings. I was really happy to see us bat first. No, I am confident going forward. All right, so you were a little bit worried about us setting and not only chasing. And the only thing is that when we batted first in that game there, it was the power hitting at the back end, just almost as if we were chasing, that saved us, It would be nice to see the guys get a better start, but I hear you. I think somebody, Marshall says Shepherd had a niggle. Oh, I didn't hear, but yeah, I didn't hear that. So, must have been that. Greetings. Okay, I think I got that already. They had to play the two spinners. Yeah. Shepherd had a niggle. It was, okay, precautionary. Yeah. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Hetmeyer is the player I would drop. Play Shepard also hoping that Puran gets a good innings. Mayers also needs a good score. Mayers is doing his job still, you know. It would be nice if he goes on and get a big half century, but Mayers is doing his job. Not saying that I am okay with him getting 35 and 17, you know. But coupled with Brandon King, their thing is to, if one of them get out with the score 50 or 60 odd after the power play, you know, you can almost say that they would have done their job. I can understand what you're saying still, because the man that gets in, you know, especially when you have spinners that are good, the man that gets in from early needs to bat as deep. Shepard was not dropped. He had a niggle in his knee. Okay, Moody. All right, all right. We need to get better pitches in the Caribbean. All right. Etienne Puran is not getting dropped. They are the best bats we have. Okay, Sherwin. My 11th for tomorrow. Mayors, King, Ho, Puran, Powell, Russell, Holder, Shepard, Hussein, Moti, Joseph. Agree or disagree? It's not a bad 11. It's not a bad 11. If I am rotating out Hitmaya, I would want to see Rutherford get a go. You know, I would want to see Rutherford get a go. You know, so that is the only thing. I'm gonna have to find a way to look at it. Poor, poor and was due for failure. Who that? Poor and they said Shepard had a knee niggle. Could be from him feeling and hitting his knee in the ground, rooting up. They say, okay, all right. Greetings, good people. Yeah, man. Blessings, blessings. If the batting get to I've put in this game here. He will score a century. What you saying? That is who? Mayors? Oh, Casanova say YouTube blackout. I'm not sure what you're talking about. No, I'll go on. Akil Hussein and Jason Holder drop for Shepard and Rutherford. So even after the two spinners perform in the last game, you would drop them. Are you basing it? What you say? You would drop them? Hmm. Yeah, in this tour, when things go bad, the team has been pulling it back. Good to see this. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Season greetings, everyone. Blessings, Nelson. Blessings. Do you think the Reggae Boys can win Copa America next year? Um, they have a good chance. They have a good chance of doing so. You know, the main problem is the amount of time that the players get to play together. It's not like a lot of players that are playing in the Premier League in Jamaica are actually on the team. It's players that are coming from all over Europe. You have people coming from the Premier League, people coming from the MLS. So when you get them together, you know, it's sort of difficult to gel to get whatever playing style they want to get together. But they have a good unit. Leave Hetty alone. As I always say, in Bailey, what I always say to people when they see, what I always say is, if you don't want to hear people's opinion, you know, it's best you stay away from places or platform that people are going to be watching the game and giving their opinion. You know, it's the same thing with another player. Whenever we talk about that player, people come out and say that we're hating on the player. We need to leave them alone and stop talking. But that you guys know how I do it on here, and I am as straightforward as it comes. The easiest way to avoid that, to avoid people's opinion, is to stay away from platform that people go and voice their opinion. Either Rutherford or Shepard for Hetty, says Moody. All right. Drop Hetmeyer, bring Rutherford, rest Jason, and bring back Shepard. That is probably how I'm looking at it. You know, I am dropping one spinner, say Sherwin. All right. I miss your starting 11. If you stated it, can you? Not as yet, man. Not as yet. I'll probably, based on what I said just now, you'll probably pick it up. But at the end, I will give that. Plus, you know, the game start at 12:30 tomorrow, so probably even bright and early in the morning. Um, I'll give you my final 11. I want to know what was the turning point in the bowling section in the second T20 match. For us, turning point for who? For us. I mean, Moti's 4 over for 9 runs is definitely, you know, definitely crucial. Yeah, so that stood out to me. You understand the bowlers, you know. Yeah, Moti is four overs. I don't know if that's what you're asking though. I always want Holder to be dropped because his batting is not good, but his bowling keep giving me reason why he needs. But that is the thing though, Ingram. If you're batting at number 9, if you're batting at number 9, we don't really worry about the batting. If the time comes and you have to do something for us, you do something. But if you're batting at the number 9, we just really worried about his 4 overs then. So if you are worried about his batting, then that means you don't have no problem because he's there to bowl 4 overs. Obviously he has the ability to bat, but he's more there to bowl 4 overs. I want West Indies to bat first again. All right. Do you know if we will be playing on the same strip or on adjacent one? Um, I'm not sure, but I would assume that if there is one right next to it, they would just play on the next one because it's a quick turnaround. 1 day turnaround, so then I probably could have played on the next pitch. They're probably going to give us the match report before the game. So, Rutherford is a good bowler in limited overs. All right. I like the progress West Indies are showing. We have a good problem in having players coming in and doing well. I agree. I think they should not change a winning West Indian team for the rest of the series, says Clint. I mean, you definitely want to secure the series, so I can understand you not wanting to change it, but at the same time I don't know why they would play the entire series without giving the others a look in. But I hear you. Sports to the Bone, please give your honest opinion on Hetty. Me personal, I would drop him. I said it already, I am rotating Hetmeyer out and playing Sheffield Rutherford. You understand? When people didn't want him in the first game, I was like, he has to play. Failed in the first game, I was like, he has to play the second game. You have to give him time to perform. You understand? But after tomorrow's game is only 2 game leave in the series, and I don't want to waste Rutherford's form. This is not me saying I am done with him. He's obviously a part of the team, and it's going to be a part of part of our future. But Rutherford is there. So I would rotate him out. It has been a lightning bolt in the field. He's a lightning bolt in the field, but the ball is not always going to go to him. And the man that I would bring in for Hetmeyer is also a good feeler. You understand? Rutherford is also a good feeler. So not sure I could drop Moti after getting one. Can't drop him. I have to play him, man. But Ravman Powell, Shea Hope, Matthew Ford, Hetmeyer, Alzar, Joseph, Brandon King, Kyle Mayers, Goody Morton, Nicholas Poor, and Russell Sheffield, Rutherford, Omar Shepard, says Sherwin. All right, Travis says, I think Shepard should come in for Hetmeyer. That will allow West Indies to have 6 bowling option. All right. That might play in 11. He says, all right, I want to see a 5-0. At one point, I really thought Windies would just get about 150 runs, but the performances of King and Powell were really remarkable. Tomorrow, I would really want Pooran to step up. Alzar is expensive. Yeah, the thing is, I remember I was watching the interview earlier. I think it was today when Powell was saying that when he and King were out there, the aim was to try and get 150 to give the bowler something to work with. But, it so happened that they were able to get over 170. Where Alzar is concerned, it would be nice if he's able to go a little cheaper. But most of the times, being the man with the pace, being the man that is trying all sort of things, short pitch deliveries and all of them sort of things, From time to time, they will go for runs as seamers in T20. But it would be nice if he goes on a little bit. I think after they win the third, they can bring in other players and rest some players. All right, so that is the thing, we have to look and wonder if we should be prioritizing winning the series or looking at the players to get the right combination. We heard Captain Ravman Powell talking about the combination that is what they are looking to sort out. So it's one or two things. Either they're going to look to just keep the unit, try and win the series, and then give other people a go in the last 2 games. Or they're going to say, listen, we want to try win the series, yes, but we need to give people enough time to show what they are worth and, to see if they're going to be a part of the thing. I want them to experiment with different combinations. And that is it. That is what the captain said, if we win the series tomorrow, you can bring in the other players to get some game time, like Ford and others. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, so if we win tomorrow, as I say, we can bring in a couple of other guys. Ford is there. Rastan Chase is in the squad. I mean, if you have a half spinner in the squad, you probably, if once you secure the series, you might as well give him a go. So, you can at least look at your options. So he's there. Ford is there, as I said, Rutherford is also there. So we can see how they go. The recipe for a successful T20 team is to have two quality spinners. Sammy did it twice already, and that's what is needed now. Again, I'm not saying that only this will win us the World Cup. I'm not saying that only this will win. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, the difference is that last time we had two spinners, yes, we had two spinners, but they weren't too similar. One was an attacking leg spinner in Badri and Sunil Narayan, as you know, the off spinner who had a bag of tricks up his sleeve. And not only that, these guys were already tested and proven. These guys were ranked number one and number two in the world. They kept swapping around. Narayan was number one, Badri two, then you have Badri one, Narayan two. So I understand what you're saying. It's always good if you can have two good spinners. But now that Moti got a look into and he developed who will be dropped for Shepherd to play if he's fit tomorrow match, cause Moti has to play. Yeah, man, you have to play Moti. A man can bowl 4 overs, give away 9 runs, and you drop him. that can't happen. And Akil, as you know, is there. Um, you know, unless they're going to ask Shepherd to bat a little higher than usual, or somebody going to have to bat a little higher than usual if they're dropping Hitmaya for him, to bring in Shepherd. But I already say who I want. I probably go and bring in I probably go and bring in I'm going to bring in Rutherford for Hitmaya. And it's funny how a lot of people not saying that we're fighting against it. Funny how a lot of first time people used to say I'm fighting against Hitmaya, but know that I am rotating him out for his own countryman. All of a sudden, I am not fighting against Guyanese again. People are funny. We will. This not no if we will. This is not no if. Oh, I think he's saying that we will win it. It's I think he's saying that we will win. Sports to the bone in ODIs. Do you think Moti and Karya is a better combination than Moti plus Hussein? Because in my opinion, I think Moti and Hussein are two best white ball spinners we have in the region. Yeah, it's probably a good a better combination, but in terms of their form, I can understand, and as Ronaldo said on the last live that we have that quality is quality, and even if the quality is similar, you work with it still. But I understand them wanting to try a leg spinner or a half spinner alongside with the left arm spinner. Sometimes you get a pitch and the two left arm spinner ball in the same way. It's not like they're a whole difference. There's a lot of difference between them. So if they're going after one, they can go after two, and that is 20 overs in an ODI game that you would want your two spinners to be bowling. So if they're going after the two of them and it's not working, you have a different option. But I can understand you saying that they are probably the two best options we have right now. And I can understand people wanting them in the team together. But I still can understand why you would want another option. After this series, do you know what West Indies' next assignment before the World Cup? So I am sure we have Australia in January. That's going to be a test though. Somebody remind me of what we have coming up next in terms of white ball. But I think the next big hooray for us is going to be going to Australia. Sports to the bone, two questions. What do you think about our current T20 captain? If West Indies win the toss, what batter ball? So I have already given my opinion on Ravman Powell. I like him as a captain. I think he's very proactive. He does a lot of thing on the field, trying to come up with solutions. And as he has a lot of experienced players around him to help him. I like him as a captain. My only problem, especially when he was in the ODI, not so much T20, was him being the captain and playing as a specialist batsman. I was always worried whether or not he was going to pull his weight. But once he's batting well, I have never really had any problems with his captaincy. You understand? He led Jamaica to a couple of titles, and we weren't the favorites, you know. So I don't have a problem with his captaincy. I've always said, seeing that he's no longer bowling, he's going to have to perform like a specialist batsman. Similarly to what I have always said about Jermaine Blackwood. If he's in the team as a specialist batsman, he needs to bat, he needs to make runs. You know, so it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Ravman. I don't have a problem with his captaincy. In terms of whether we bat or bowl, I have always liked the decision being. I have always liked to make the decision based on how the pitch is looking, based on how the weather is looking, because you don't want to make the decision overnight and then go in and see a pitch that look like the pitch set away, and best if you bat second when it dry out, and then because you make the decision already, you go back first, you know. Sports Bone, I saw an article where they said Narayan DJ Bravo Pollard should play ICC T20 World Cup 2024. Yeah, that is probably that is probably a good idea. What do you think of the way Shea Hope got out? Did you see it? It looks like batting flaw outside the half stump that the English bowlers may look to exploit. So when Shea Hope got out, I think I saw it on the replay. I was probably in class when Hope got out, but I'm almost sure Shea Hope was I'm almost sure it was a quicker ball that caught Shea Hope and trapped him at the crease. I don't remember him getting out way outside the half stump. I think he got out bowl, if I'm not mistaken, or off the. I think he was trapped at the crease trying to play a shot there, but it was the quicker ball. I'm thinking he was more he more got, you know, he was outfoxed. I don't remember the build up, if they were probably bowling a couple of deliveries, slower one, and then probably fired one in and got him trapped at the crease. It was a similar way Hetmeyer got out. Hetmeyer was trapped at the crease and he just hung his back there and he took the edge and went to slip, if I am remembering correctly. I have a little sympathy for Hetty because he came in when the run rate is down, tried to hit out and got out. I would bat him at 3 instead of Puran because Puran is aggressive these days. All right. Drop holder for Shepherd. All right. Says Calvin. Australia versus West Indies, 3 tests, 3 ODIs and 5 T20s, January. And it's in the latter part of January, right? What about Karaya's ability to bowl googlies? He basically does the same as Moti and Hussein. Take the ball away from the right-handers. But the problem, though, he's not bowling it. Maybe I'm not seeing well, but since the series, in the ODI series, in the 3 games, I don't think Karaya bowled two googs. I can remember one in probably the first game, but I can't remember Karaya bowling 3 googs. And I watched the game, so maybe he did it and I missed it. But you know, if you're a leg spinner and you're not bowling it, that's probably going to be a problem, because the only thing you have to work for you is flight, trying to beat the batsman, deceive the batsman with the flight. You know, you're still looking for your turn, looking for your quicker deliveries. All of them little simple stuff, but the goods is what you need to develop as a leg spinner. And in the ODIs, I can't remember Carrier bowling it 3 times. I could be wrong, but I can't remember him. Moti was virtually unplayable, so it makes sense that it might be strategically switched for Shepherd, at least for the game. Well, Raja, I don't know how they're going to do it, but no way a man bowl 4 overs and give away 9 runs and you drop him. You have to play the man star. You have to play him. Even if you get a pitch that is glass and you think he's not going to turn the ball on the pitch, you have to play the man. Sports it bone. I like when plans come through. That was beautiful with how Alzari set up these wickets. Yeah, man. I even heard Ian Bishop talking about it. How he set them up. You know, he gets the best out of the players. I think he's talking about the skip. Good night, Sports to the Bone. Do you see anyone outside the current squad that would be get a look in for the World Cup next year, or is this our best players? Outside of it, these are probably our best players. I know a lot of people not going to agree with this because they want him to stick to tests and ODIs. But I think Arthanis can probably be that left-handed batsman that will can probably get in. I was looking at the players that listed themselves for the for IPL auction and he's there. Arthanis' name is there. Not saying he's going to pick up, but his name is there. But he's probably one of them that I would see getting in. Um, Depends on how things go leading up to the World Cup. Dominic Drake's in the Caribbean with the left arm, probably. But those, Artanis is probably the man. People ask too much. If you bring back Bravo, Pollard, and crew, you can as well bring back Marlon Samuels, who was instrumental in both or T20 final. People ask. Talking about that, I want him to bring back Viv Richards, Clive Lloyd, and Michael Holding. I wasn't born when those guys were playing, so while we're at it, while we're bringing back people, bring back those guys. You already know, these people already know my stance and them sort of foolishness. So if they want to bring back people, I would rather Michael Holding and Andy Roberts and our own lead selector, because our own lead selector Desmond Haynes. I would take a look at them. Yeah. Here, who played for more turn than there was and got bold. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't outside. He was playing for turn. I thought he got a faster one, but as I said, I was in basketball practice and had the phone like this in my hand, giving instructions and looking at the phone same time and watching the game. So a couple of things missed me, but I hear you. Sports of the Bone, big up yourself. Since we won the first two games, we are in a sticky spot. Do we go for the same 11 or do we make a change where Shepherd and Hetty is concerned? I am thinking if Shepherd is feeling fit and okay, you need to get him back in. But it's not those two guys alone I'm thinking about. I said if I'm taking out Hetmai, I'm putting in Rutherford. And it's just that I don't want the bowling unit clicking the last game, so I don't want to really mess it up. But my thing has always been that Shepherd needs to play in place of Hola. But Hola did his thing in the last game there. So the problem is, I am thinking I'm gonna only have to make one change, because with a winning team and the bowlers did so well, you don't want to mess it up and thing. But you definitely need to get in back Shepherd. Technically, we have wiggle room now to experiment on all pressure is on England. So maybe Hetty gets one more game to prove himself. He has been playing for a while now in terms of since he made his comeback, and we haven't seen it as yet. We all know he's good. We all know we're not throwing him away or anything, but I don't want to waste Rutherford for him. I need Rutherford playing a couple of games. With Australia in January, I hope a player like Arthanes will find time to work on the way he is getting out LBW. The Aussies are quick to pick out weakness in batsmen. Will there be a camp before? More than likely, they're going to have a camp. So after this tour, is not going to be a lot of time. But I think the Australia tour is in the latter part of January. I pointed it out the other day. I pointed it out where I gave my opinion where Arthanes is concerned. But people oftentimes tell me, say, I don't play cricket, so I don't know. But he needs to move his feet. That is the problem. The footwork needs to improve. The footwork needs to improve, and it's for two reasons. Based on my limited knowledge, he's going to nick off outside the half stump. I know they don't swing the ball a lot, and it doesn't only go for him. That is why a lot of our players struggle when they come up against good pace bowlers. I mean, the ball is not always moving in Australia, but you need to move your feet. You're going to get nicked off outside the half stump. Plus, moving the feet, that is one way. That is the best way to get in line with the ball. Get to the pitch of the ball and play the ball in a straight line. You understand? You have some batsmen where their only movement is to take one step forward and then the bat goes across the line. And sometimes the step goes forward. For example, they're batting off leg stump guard. The step might go a little bit inside leg towards middle, and then the bat come whipping across there. You understand? If it's not done correctly, you're a candidate for LBW. So if you're moving your feet, you still need to get a straight back. But based on what I have seen so far, I think that's the major issue. But they have a lot of cricket gurus in the camp that probably go and tell him something. Correa is not confident in his googlies. He has to work on it though. He has to work on it because I can tell you, you go to World Cup and bowling them thing, they're going to get licked from morning till night. You understand? You have to work on it. You have to put a doubt in the batsman mind. Also, sports to the bone. I don't know if you know this info or not, but whatever happened to ICC awards, like Player of the Year, Emerging Player, etc., are those awards still around? You know, I can't remember hearing it since the pandemic. I can't remember hearing that since 2020 or 2021. Know that you said that. I remember Craig Brathwaite was in the top 3, if I'm not mistaken, during pandemic. It could have been 2020. Probably that's the last time I hear anything about, especially the Player of the Year. Or maybe I've heard of it since and don't remember. But I can remember when Brathwaite was in the top 3 there. I don't remember if Ben Stokes eventually won it. I think Stokes eventually won it. But I can't remember hearing it for a little while now. Sports at the bone, yes. Good game. Nothing to say, all right. West Indies need some like a Marlon Samuels to anchor the innings for those Asians when the big hitters fall. Of occasions when the big hitters fail. 2 World Cup with Samuel batting style. Shea Hope. Probably Clyde, probably that's what they're trying with Shea Hope. Sports to the bone, where did you see the IPL players for IPL 2024 auction? I actually I was what do you call that? Yahoo something. I was going into my Yahoo, and when I opened the tab, I saw a list with the players. Off the top of my head, the regular guys that you expect to list, but 2 names that you're probably going to be interested in. In Arthanes and O'Shane Thomas is back on it. And then the usual suspects, the usual guys, the Fabian Allen and all of them guys. Arthanes needs to master Test cricket first before playing T20. And that is the thing, that is what most of us are looking at, because we as cricket loving people, that is what we want. But we know it go already. Speaking of IPL, West Indies always find themselves playing just before IPL auction. Recently, bias will cause these men to get big bags next week. Recency. All right. Joshua Bishop and Alec Arthur should be in the all T20 game for West Indies. All right. So I'm sure which one of the spinners you leave out? Because we obviously can't pack the team with spinners. So as we speak, we have Moti, Hussein, and Chase. Which one of the spinners you leave out for him? Arthanes, as I said, is probably going to be there eventually. But with people like Pooran and Hetmai and Rutherford performing and coming back, well, not performing, but coming back into the squad, I can understand why he didn't get in. Also, Sports to the Bone, people criticized Sammy when he first started with the qualifier disaster, but now we are clicking. It seems like England, South Africa, and India are big name teams. What is he doing right? It's just Sammy being Sammy being Sammy. Not saying that he's staying in the stands and captain in the team, but it's Sammy coming up with good, helping the captain to come up with good strategies. Showing the players that he believe in the players, and we still have individual brilliance going on. You understand? There are still a couple of players that need to chip in. Few of the games that we would have secured, we have individual brilliance like Romario Shepherd, Russell, and things like that. Brandon King. You need individual brilliance to win games, yes, but that is something that has definitely helped us. I believe Kimo Paul needs to get in. Well, a lot of us believe that gaming, but I don't know. The other day, Kimo Paul come back and looked good and was bowling quick, but I can't tell what's going on with him. We should also bring back Fabian Allen, Brian Lara Jr., Lara, okay. Yeah. There is no player, and I'm going to ask the same question that I asked someone the other day. Bringing back Fabian Allen with 2 left-arm spinners in the team, because you have Russell, Hetmeyer, Pooran, and them guys in the team, and Pollard and Powell. So obviously you're not bringing him back for his batting because and Shepherd, you're not bringing him for his batting. So you're gonna bring him for his bowling. So when we're saying these things, I like to hear the rationale behind it. So now that you're bringing him in, we have two left arm spinners that are clearly performing better than him. Which one of those left arm spinners you leave out to bring him in? There is no players better than 15 that's in the squad. All right. Shea Hope's role in the team is crucial. He can play the Marlon Samuels role for us. Good to have a touch player surrounding the power. Mm-hmm. Holer is the first one to go. Sports of the Bone. I saw some article from the Daily Mail announcing where England and Australia will play. Is this official news? It's getting close to the World Cup now, so I would expect venues to be announced soon. I don't see it. I can look into it once I'm finished, but I haven't seen anything. The Daily Mail, they are usually credible in some things, not so much when it comes on to certain topics, but probably. The problem is that Hola is a better bowler than Shepherd and Russell, but Shepherd and Russell after better T20 are better T20 batsmen, but we can't rely on Shepherd and Russell for 8 overs. We need Hola. All right. My change will be Hetmeyer for Shepherd for tomorrow. The third says Thomas. All right. Sports to the Bone. Be careful with this Hetty thing. Remember how them class you for Charles. Me not tell you, man. Probably what is saving me with the Hetmeyer situation is because I am saying that I would play Rutherford. So once he's another countryman, they don't have a problem with it. They don't have a problem with players not performing, staying in, But if the player is not performing, I say you're going to take him out and put an ex-countryman in there. They don't have a problem because once somebody from their country is playing. But, yeah, man, I remember what they do me for Johnson Charles, man. Say me hate him. Why are these people funny? But what I don't understand is that I don't know any of these players personally, so I don't need to be biased. It's the same thing for Jamaica. I don't need to be biased for any of the Jamaican players because I don't know them. I don't know any of them. You understand? The only one I know personally is Nkrumah Banner. I don't know none of them, so I don't need to be biased. Back to the T20. I feel once the selector is not picking a player, that's part of why they forced to retire from international cricket. To me, Narayan was one of them. Don't be surprised Hola follows. I hear you. Hope was playing on the back foot and need to play on the front foot. This is his second time getting out that way against the same bowler. Even Arthur's got out similar playing a sweep across the line. All right. Shepherd will play both games in T&T. Hetty gets another chance. All right. Isn't it way past time that the test squad be named? So how the West Indies team like to do it, or the selectors like to do it, when they are in the middle of a series, they don't like to announce it because according to them, you're going to take away. Well, let me not say according to them because I don't remember ever hearing them saying that. But I think they want us to totally focus on the T20 and support the T20. Probably they think our mind span is limited where we can't do both. But I am thinking right after these last couple of games we're gonna hear it. What do you think about batting Hetty at 3 for one more game, and if he doesn't score, then rotate him out? I'm not putting him at 3, I am not putting him at 3. I have Shea Hope batting at number 3, so I'm not putting him there. I have always been reluctant to leave him out of my team, but if I'm going to, I'm not going to put him at number 3 just to. I see what they are trying to do with Shea Hope at number 3. If it don't work, it just don't work. But I'm not going to put Hetmeyer there. I have been calling for Hetmeyer and Pooran to bat in our team at 4 and 3 and 4 for a couple of years because it's only 20 overs, and I've always said these guys are good enough to do it. But them not do it for years now. Them not do it. So when we have a man at number 3 that is informed that we are looking to do something with, I'm not going to move him and put Hetmeyer at number 3. Then again, I might just be hating on Hetmeyer. So I probably. Pretty sure Saturday will be Hetty's last game. If he doesn't score, they shouldn't let Rutherford suffer at Hetty's expense. He needs game time as well. All right, what happened to Carl Hooper as an assistant coach? I don't see or hear anything about him, you know. But I think he's working with the test. Isn't he working with the test team? Isn't he working with the test team? Or is the ODI team? I know I'm almost sure he was working with the test team. On quick info, I'm seeing that England and India are currently in a women's test match. Have to wonder how soon can our women be able to play in a test match that takes major fitness and mental strength. Yeah, it takes fitness and mental strength, and it also takes depth in squad. You have to have a lot of quality players that can actually play. You understand? Because when players get injured, you're probably going to have people getting injured more playing 5-day cricket. You know, so it's going to be difficult with our pool of ladies that we have. I don't know about the rest of the Caribbean, but cricket is not so big in schools in Jamaica for females. So I can't really see where we're going to get a lot of them coming through to have a deep enough squad. Haiti and Ola are the face of West Indies cricket. Don't expect them to be dropped. Haiti is the best outfielder. Rutherford is just the same as Haiti. He chose his wicket away needlessly. How did we come by that that decision that Haiti and Hole are the face of West Indies cricket? How did we come by that? I hope that they choose St. Lucia for preparation to tour Australia. St. Lucia pitch is best suited for getting ready for Australia. Bouncy pitches. All right, Westfield. Good evening, Sports to the Bone. Time to give Matthew Ford a debut in the T20. Probably if we win tomorrow, they're going to do that. Joshua for Akil Hussein all day, every day. All right, boss. I think that is to the question where I asked there. All right. I hear you. I have listened to a lot of podcasts this week, and I think most people consider West Indies a real force to for the next World Cup, and they also see us as one of the most dangerous power hitting sides. Well, that is something that people have always said. They have always seen us as one of the most dangerous power hitting team. And you know, with Russell coming back in and Shepherd doing his thing, I can understand why people are a little bit worried, you know, with Pooran and Hetty and them guys also. Where is Hope's brother? He had a good start to his career, just asking. Kyle Hope. Kyle Hope. I think Kyle Hope was his name. Or Kyle Hope is his name. I remember seeing him in a couple of regional games, but I haven't seen or heard anything from him since. So I don't know. Any left hand fast bowler on your list? We don't really have any except Dominic Drakes, and he's not that quick. And Preston McSween, you know, these guys are not rapid. Those are probably the two elite. Well, I don't know if I should say elite. Those are probably the two next in line left arm seamers. Cottrell, as we know, is up there in age. He's probably, you know, we don't see him in the team. I think the next quick pace that we're seeing is Isaiah Thorne. Maybe 18-year-old, I think. And he's not left arm. I think he's right-handed. Sports at the Bone, do you think that they should bring Mayers for the Australia tour to play what format? Which format? The revival of West Indies. To play which format? All right. Does anyone know the record for the most wickets in T20 series? Joseph already has 6 wickets in 2 matches. I remember Holder taking 12, I think, versus England in 2022. Maybe Azari can take that record. Probably. No, I don't know the record off the top of my head. Don't mess with the winning team. All right, boss. I hear you. Sports at the Bone, which they'll choose against Australia, Moti or Cornwall or Warkan. If they're going to, I don't think they're going to bring more than one spinner to Australia, right? They're going to need pacers. They're going to need seamers over there to work. And if needs be, alternates and a couple other guys can carry over them hand. But them 3 names there, which part you just call, Moti is obviously our frontline test spinner. It's great to see the team building, to have Puran and Hetty not fire at all with the bat and being 2-0 up shows other players are stepping up to cover each other when one doesn't score 170 plus 1. And I was talking to my dad last night, and it's the same thing he was saying, that one of them two guys will eventually come good. We winning the games, and none of them two not make any runs, so they will come. I think we should give Rutherford a chance replacing Hetty. 210 viewers, only 13 likes. The people not respecting the content like they should. I don't know. Supernova, I look like the people I'm just listening for listen's sake. I have been told a lot of time that I don't know what I'm saying, so probably they don't want to like it because I don't know. But like while we're on that topic, like up the live, 45 minutes in, and I have been reading non-stop. You understand, without stopping and saying like up the live. Like up the live, man, like up the live. It is a way to help the platform, and it is a way to send out the videos and send out the live so people can find the channel. The last couple of months I wasn't too active, and the thing started to slow down. So now that I have a little time and picking it up, I don't have to help out the thing, man. That is the only help we want. We don't run promotion over here. We don't run Ponzi scheme or not like that. The only thing we ask for is hitting the like. Do you think Kurt McKenzie will be called up back for the test match? You see, it's going to be tough to bring so many. I think it was Ronaldo that asked me this on the live show the other day. It's going to be tough to bring so many youngsters to Australia. It's going to be tough. You understand? But it's going to be tough because we see what's happening with Shandopal. He's a youngster in international cricket. He's there. We also have Arthanes, who is a youngster in there also. I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go. You understand? The West Indies A tour that he played in South Africa on the final day, he got in the 80s. So probably they are looking at that. Kevlin Anderson, probably not there as yet, probably not ready. So maybe they're going to have to work with him. But, I am a bit worried about so many youngsters going. Can you tell us about the grounds that the T20 World Cup 2024 will be held in? I did a video covering some of those, but I will definitely do another video and giving the history of the grounds as we get closer to the World Cup. Yeah. Hooper was supposed to be with Samuel. Saw him in Zimbabwe when the Netherlands whipped us. Okay. All right. Yeah, blessings. I hope the ground is packed Saturday. We curse them, they do nonsense, but when they are providing a product we can cherish and support, we have to show support. It's been good vibes. So yeah, good vibes right now, Supernova. I don't want to hear that coming from you over there in Barbados, because I am in front of my TV watching the game, and I am sure I'm hearing more English supporters over there in Barbados. You'd almost think is in Manchester, England, the game was being played. But yeah, I definitely agree with you though. We are always complaining. So when we are getting good games, they need to go out and support. But the games being played at 12:30 don't really help. People have to go to work, people have to go to work. So that is a problem. Good night, Lennox. My change would be rest Russell for 30-20, 70-20 for 30-20. Grenada and his batting average at Grenada under 10 and bowling average, all right, 90. My one comment for the night on the highway tuned in. All right, Ronaldo, big up. Watch the road, watch the road. Christmas time now. Sports to the bone. Since Shane Dort retired, it means Joshua De Silva will be the test wicket keeper. Joshua De Silva has always been our test wicket keeper. I will also put it to you that Joshua De Silva will be named vice captain going to Australia. Saw this info for the World Cup fixture. England to play all their T20 World Cup group and Super 8 games in Antigua, Barbados, and St. Lucia. I can't confirm as yet. I would have to look at it. Australia to play their T20 World Cup group games in Guyana, Trinidad, and St. Vincent. All right, you know what, go ahead, man. We're going to look it up. Moti and Sinclair are the only spinners I want to see in Australia. To be honest, they deserve to be there. If they don't pick, if they and that is a good talk where Sinclair is concerned. He's bowling well and his batting is coming on. And as we know, Moti is a frontline spinner. You know, I don't know why I would bring any other spinners. I don't know. I am saying if you're only bring, well, you're going to have to bring another spinner for cover, and it would have to be Sinclair, as I said. I don't know why I would bring anybody else, but yeah. Raymond Simmons is left arm quick. I don't think there is any more emerging in the region. Yeah, he's also there, but I think Drake's and them guys, Jakes is probably ahead of him. Subjected to fitness, I don't think Cornwall should be given a chance cause West Indies bringing in Cornwall will show there. You see, my problem, my problem, I have always said that when a man is performing, you pick him. And when he was bowling down the end, he was saying vulnerability, but I was wondering what he was saying. When a man is bowling down the place in your regional cricket, and you say that is where you pick your team from, you had to pick him. But from one at a time, Cornwall bowled extremely well, and they didn't select him. I think he was to play in an A team. Maybe it was last year or a year before, and they didn't select him. I was like, they finished with him, And then he made himself unavailable one at a time when they asked him to play. I think he was in the best versus best. I know that is probably it for him, yeah. They need to bring Ford and Sinclair. All right. Let you have a chance to carry water for the other players. All right. Oh, he's saying that they need to bring that. Sports of the Bone, good night. Big up. Forget Jerry McAllister. Yeah, McAllister. Yeah, he was there in South Africa also playing against the A team. Sports of the Bone, who will be playing in the home series next year? Who will be playing in the home series next year? Boy, I don't remember off the top of my head. I just know my brain just stuck at Australia. I know we have Australia. I don't remember if Sri Lanka is coming. I don't remember, but I know Australia is away in January. I think it is not in the right frame of mind for batting. We'll rotate him out until he gets in the right frame of mind. Hussein is still a good addition to our team. I can't believe some people are asking to be dropped. The man carried the team when we were when I point out to people that Hussein for almost 2 years was in the top 10. Well, he was probably in the top 10 for 1 year, and he was doing good, relatively good for a couple of years. People make it seem as if I am making things up. So, Sports of the Bone, just want to know that I enjoy your channel, and would be one of the first to be a patron. All right, Mr. McQueen, thanks for the support. Yeah, man, that is definitely something that we'll probably look into in terms of getting something like that up and running. Sports of the Bone, I think that Matthew Ford should play Test cricket. He should replace either Roach or Gabriel. So you're just going to bring in the youngster and make him replace replace one of them. All right, I hear you. The Under-19 World Cup starts the 19th of January in South Africa. Obviously, Joshua Johnson, I think Johnson, I think is it Jordan Johnson you're saying will be a huge name to look out for. But beside him, I like Nathan and Tariq Edwards. Isn't Jordan Johnson older than that? No, I don't think he's saying Joshua Johnson. I think it means Jordan Johnson. Is he still under 19? I think Isaiah is still under 19. Isaiah Thorne, the pacer. I think he's still under 19. People are probably going to watch out for him. Do you remember when West Indies called that random fast bowler to play in Australia last time we were there? Can't remember his name. So what do you think about Shamar Joseph in the squad for Australia? It depends on what's happening with Jaden Seals, and I am worried about going without Jaden Seals because he's our attacking. He's our wicket taker. He bowls good deliveries. Shamar looks to be fit. Doesn't have a lot of matches under his belt, but he looks like a hard worker. So probably, I think you're talking maybe Marquino Minley. We brought in Marquino Minley and he bowled. I think it was on the first day or the first couple of days, and he broke down. I think you're talking Marquino Minley maybe. Hope you're coming up to New York next year to watch a game live. It depends. It depends. You know, it depends. It depends. Depends. You're right, Sports to the Bone. The English visitors love to pack Kensington Oval every single time they come to tour, and our DJ loves to cater to them mainly. Remember, tourism is our main money maker. Yeah, yeah, is their home away from home. Sports to the Bone. Speaking of vice captain, Jermaine Blackwood is no longer a vice captain. My reason for saying that is he wasn't given a central contract. And I can't see how you don't give your vice captain a central contract. So from the last live show, I was just saying that myself and Mr. Lover, we were just saying that probably, you know, they are moving away from him. You understand? I don't see if you have trust in someone and you still plan to work with them. I don't see how you would not give someone a central contract and he's your vice captain. I was just trying to put two and two together, but you know, I don't know. I don't know for sure. My 11 for Australia test: Craig Brathwaite, Tijan Chandok Paul, Kirk McKenzie, Shea Hope, Arthur Nace, Da Silva, Hola, Joseph, Moti, Roach, and Seals. Alright, not sound too bad, not sound three bad. Sports to the Bone. I didn't want to bring it up, but what the hell in Manchester United as football club? A group with Bayern, Copenhagen, and Galatasaray and finished dead last. The men couldn't even scrape Europa. Yeah, it rough. It rough supernova. And funny enough, I am here just waiting on Sunday for us to play against Liverpool just to get Vicks in the house and throw things all over the place. Even though I know I shouldn't be watching it. You understand? But it's rough. It seems as if it's 2 steps forward and 10 backwards. Me watching Manchester United these days is just hoping that we will win. I can't watch it and confidently say we're going to win. I can't watch it and if a team score first or score 2 times before we score, I know the game is done because we don't have anybody scoring. So it's just all over the place. And even though that is happening, somehow we still find a way to be I think we're what 6 or something like that. I don't know, 6, 7. But it rough, it rough, you know. It rough, and the guys that they spend a lot of money on, they are not performing. You have a man like Anthony where you play 80 or 90 million for, can't carve out an assist, can't give a goal. Man, them not good, brother. I don't know what the position what the thing is with Jaden Seals. He didn't play the latter part of the A series against South Africa, so I'm assuming that you know he's not doing well. Well, I'm assuming there is some sort of fitness issue. I would love to see McAllister in Australia. All right, he has the pace. He has the pace. The problem, though, you know, the problem with going into Australia, these guys are bowling 140, 139, average 139, hitting 140, 141 is good. But my problem is what they do with the ball. You know, I'm not saying that Australia going to offer us a lot of movement or anything, but my problem is them guys not afraid of pace. You know, nice you have Alzari Joseph and them man to rough them up, but them man not afraid of pace, Virgin. Them man afraid of pace. Mitchell Marsh, they can back that man at number 3, number 6. Him still going to go on the front foot and lick every ball, every sharp ball. The man they just grew up. They were raised where the pitch is quick. So my thing is why I'm worried if Jaden Seals is not there is his skill set in getting the ball to shape away and shape into the batsman. Jason Hola is another one. He's not going to be quick and thing, you know, he's not going to be a tear away, but his experience and his ability to move the ball. He doesn't get a lot of wickets, but sometimes he contains batsmen and then, you know, we eventually pick up a wicket. So that's my major concern. All of these guys that we're talking about, they are bowling relatively quick, not too fast. Malik McAllister, the Shamar Joseph, all of them guys will give you 139, 140 probably. But my thing is how they going, what they're going to do with the ball, especially when the ball gets old. When the ball gets a little old, that's my problem. You can't run in and bowl old ball and not moving it to. You're looking at, well, David Warner I think said that this Pakistan series is, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be his last series. I don't know who's going to open, but said David Warner is still there. You have Kawaja, you have Marius Lamashane, you have Steve Smith, You have Travis Head, Mitchell Marsh. Them man, you can't run in and bowl all ball to them man and say you're bowling fast. Man, them lick you from morning till night. Now, Jordan Johnson should be 18. Okay. Yeah, man. Okay. Them man lick you from morning till night, man. Isaiah Thorne is already 80, 19. He's already 19? Eh. I thought he was still 8. Okay. Gabriel brought down more than the whole country boss. Them Ford can replace him. It's not only about just replace, you know. It's not about replace. You have to look at the type of bowler. You have to look at the type of bowler, you know. Isaiah Thorne is the real deal, man. We have to nourish him. You know, let us see if CWI will if the selectors will do it like how they did Seals, where they saw the potential and just rope him in and start work with him, or they're gonna ask him to play some regional cricket. Isaiah Thorne is the most fearsome fast bowler. He come out of the region since Jermaine last. Oh, most fearsome to come out the region since Jermaine Larson. In terms of pace, probably. I'm thinking. I mean, Jerome Taylor wasn't that quick. He was quick, but he was mostly skill with the ball, so he was there. You know, Edwards and them man, they did a fairly cool while. I don't know. I'm Sports Bone. What are your thoughts on West Indies having so many T20 games in 2023-2027 cycle? I think we have more T20s than anyone else. It's good. It's good. It's the game that the players want to play. So it's good that we're getting it. I personally would have liked to have more Test cricket because the little 1 and 2 games that we're getting. But that is what a lot of the youngsters are going towards. So it's better to have them playing and than them going away and playing in US and all of them places. Greetings, Sports to the Bone. In the 70s, we took a young team to Australia and lost 5-1. However, that was our turning point. We dominated after that lesson. Yeah, that probably, yeah. Probably that can be a next thing is where they go in and they don't perform too well, but the test of time probably give them a good little thing to gel together and work, Who to tell? I know Test cricket is about batting long, but do you think Tej strike rate is too low? It would be nice if he gets it up somewhat. We used to say the same thing about Craig Brathwaite, and then when he gets out, the team collapses and we get bowled out for 120 and 130. But it would be nice if he's able to get a move on it a little bit, But sometimes when you go up against real pacers, it's difficult. It's difficult. Chelsea and Man U drinking the same juice right now. All right. If Josh Butler loses the series 4-1 to us, surely he will step down or be stuck as captain. It happened to Root last year and looks like we can do the same to Butler. We aren't your test. You see, test dummy team. So you see, I think that because of how poor they were in the World Cup, that is why he decided to come with the team as the captain to make things right. I am believing it. I am thinking if they had done well in the World Cup, he wouldn't have come. You understand? That's what I'm thinking. Where Joe Root is concerned, their main problem last year is that they left the two informed bowlers and came to the Caribbean, and a lot of people didn't like that, and then you saw how that went for them. We're winding down now, still enough people. We're over the hour. I'm gonna read a couple more comments and then we're gonna run out of here and thing, and you don't know it got tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have the game. So we're going to do a video after the game, and hopefully we can do a live to talk about it in the night. If we are able to do a live, it's probably going to be 8 o'clock, 8:30 when I am free again. Sports to the Bone. Seals need to take his time in the next month. Tour. All right. ICIPL is the discussion on starting a T10 tournament between. Yeah, I saw it. I don't know if it is supposed to replace the current 2 minutes, or it's another. It's another. I saw it, I saw the article. I didn't really read it in its entirety, but I saw where they are planning to do it. Yeah, man. I was about to bring. I think it was yesterday. I saw it. I saw that they are planning to do that. Andik Pandya, yeah, Pandya named Mumbai Indians captain for IPL 2024, replacing Rohit Sharma. Yeah, man, I saw that today also. Tej is an old-fashioned batsman, very gritty and busy customer. He works hard for his runs. Yeah, and we appreciate that. And as I said, sometimes in our test team, you need them people, but we're sort of setting a way where we have the two of them opening together. So it's not like we have a one that will go at the ball and one that is going to hold it. But let us see. We might need all of them sort of grittiness against Australia. And I think that grittiness is a good note to bring this one to a closure. Boy, Jay coming in when we're finished, saying that he thinks we're going to take the series 5-0. Yeah, I think Akash reminding you guys to hit the like button. Yeah. Could John Campbell come back next year? All right, so this is going to be the last thing that I'm going to say. I did a video on it. So John Campbell's lawyer did the Court of Arbitration for Sports, that is CAS, where athletes state their case to get appeal, to get things overturned in their favor. They decided that they're going to do a ruling in next year. I did a video on it. I think it's next year, January or February. And what they are looking for, what John Campbell's legal team is looking for, is for them to give him 1 year. 1 year, and that would already be time served. Well, I said time served like his prison out, because he has been out for 1 year already. So if they get the 1 year, I doubt he's, I think he would be coming back. That is if the ruling is in his favor in early next year, January them time. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this live show, my people. Bright and early tomorrow, I'm going to think about it right now and see who I want to rotate out. Have a couple of players in mind, and gonna do that. Gonna give you the keys to victory. And if the captain has anything to say prior to the game, I will also take a look at that. But once again, thank you all for the support. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you. Yeah, man. Blessings. See you. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you all for supporting the channel. It is always good to have you guys coming out and showing your love and your appreciation. Until next time, my people, big up on yourself. Stay safe. And if you're on the road, watch the road. Big up on yourself.